Hello YouTube! Flashlight Enthusiast here. Today something new on my channel, the Fenix Flashlight, especially E35R with small EDC flashlight with over 3000 lumens, USB-C charging, obviously powered by 21700 cells with a bunch of features that every EDC flashlight should have. Let's take a look! I got my sample from my friend who appears from some time to be a sponsor of majority of flashlights appearing on the channel. Thank you so much for your activity and support, and if you're interested in Fenix E35R, you can source it among others from Neil's Gadgets, and mind you that we do have a 15% coupon code for our community, so if you know anyone who's interested in this flashlight, make sure to let them know. The purchase also supports the channel, so why not use it? Fenix E35R offers quite attractive package, I must admit. We've got nice labeling for a flashlight here at the center, nice orange accents, all the key stats here, and I always enjoyed how Fenix designed their boxes. We also got some NSA norm stats, applications, and at the bottom we've got nice chart of all the modes, runtimes and ranges. Obviously a short description is always handy. On the other side we've got 3 pictures of how the flashlight looks like. I always found it almost impossible to open a Fenix box and not tear it apart. It wasn't different this time. But when you finally do, the box really protects the flashlight nicely. We've got a multi-language user manual, well written, well composed, highly recommended. Fenix definitely invests in marketing. We've got some nice leaflets showing you all the new products in an attractive manner. Really good stuff. Warranty card, obviously. We also got the lanyard, and it seems like only one spare O-ring, which is quite weird and not standard in today's day and age. Last but not least, the short powerbank style USB to USB-C charging cable to charge the included battery. And also something like that is attached to the flashlight, so you'll have to remove it and remind you that you have the insulation film between the battery and the contact. Nice! Now, isn't it beautiful? Wow! The flashlight itself is just gorgeous. I really enjoy the design of Fenix flashlights nowadays. They're always great in design, but look at those details and attention to them. Wow! Before operating though, make sure to unscrew the head and remove this nasty little insulation film. Ah! Much better. Look at those threads. Square cut, nicely lubricated, just as it should be. Here on the head we've got some physical anti-reverse polarity protection, so only button top cells, mind you, although the cell is included in case you want to swap one or put your own one. Make sure to understand this. Fenix provides you with the protected Fenix branded 5000 mAh 21700 cell with protection circuit. Obviously, it's a high quality cell, it should provide you with good runtime and nice performance. Button top obviously, and quite expensive if you need a spare one, identical one, but I'm sure we can handle this. There's also a nice spring down there. I wish other manufacturers will do that according to such standard. Look at the design here, we've got some light knurling on the battery tube here, obviously a press fit style one direction clip with some good retention, mind you. It sits quite tightly, so I wouldn't worry about that. It's not that super deep pocket carry for EDC flashlight, might be a little bit deeper. However, it's okay. We've got some linear attachments here on one side of the tail cap. On the other side, we've got it too. We've got some weird looking tail cap design, but believe it or not, it is a magnet built in here. So it looks like a tactical switch, but in fact, it's just a piece of aluminum. Speaking of magnet, as you can see, it can hold the flashlight quite well, even in a horizontal position. Vertical obviously is good. Being a side switch only flashlight means that it can tail stand without any problem stably, as it should be. Alright, here in the business end we've got nice TR optic, obviously with some white reflector underneath, and the SST70 emitter down there. We can see it clearly now. I wonder what it would perform, how it would perform with SST70 emitter, but we will find out soon. Alright, the optics looks really clean without any dust, and it reminds me of OLED style optics. We've got some anti-reflective coating here, however we do not have any glass down there, so it's a plain optic. Mind you, it might scratch in time. And this bronze ring that fits the optic really looks quite elegant, and it matches the switch. Quite nice. And let's not forget the USB-C charging port that is quite nicely covered by this rubber cover that fits into the entire port. Mind you, the fit is really nice and the seal is tight. I suppose the USB-C charging port is also waterproof, so don't worry about the cover not fitting in. The charging is quite fast, and the battery indicator will change from red to green once the charging has been finished. Before we go through the UI, let me show you the standard Fenix battery indicator that is located under the switch. So in order to activate it, you tap once the switch from off, and then you have this light green LED appearing for 3 seconds. As you can see right now on the screen, we've got 4 stages: constant green, blinking green, constant red and blinking red, to show you the approximate percentage of your battery remaining. Fenix is serious about the safety, and as you can see, we've got printed double click to lock and unlock just above the switch. So if you double tap quickly, you will have your flashlight locked out, and double click again to unlock it and turn it on. When you are in the on state, you simply tap once to increase the brightness in the loop. We've got 4 different stages, so we've got eco, low, medium, high and turbo all in the loop. And then when you like to turn off the flashlight, you simply hold the switch for about half a second. To turn it on, you repeat that action. So I'm not really a huge fan of hold to turn on and off and click once to advance in brightness. However, that's how Fenix does its UI, and we have to accept it whether we like it or not. We do have also a shortcut for strobe mode. When the flashlight is on, we have to hold the switch a little bit longer, then we've got strobe, single click, we advance to the last used mode. Bear in mind that Fenix E35R uses the mode memory, however it does not memorize turbo, high and strobe mode for safety reasons. So whenever you are in the turbo output and you turned off the flashlight and turn on again, it will go into the medium mode. Same goes in the high mode and strobe mode. In my opinion, UI is simple and easy to understand. However, for an EDC flashlight, I wish it had a shortcut for lowest mode, but also for turbo mode, instead of having all in the loop and memorizing last used output. Fenix has been transparent about the performance of the flashlight for quite some time, and it is no different in case of E35R. We've got all the modes, runtime graphs printed in the manual, and they also state what LEDs they are using. Quite nice from my perspective. Here are my lumen measurements of the Fenix E35R using stock SST70 emitter. Looking at the turbo runtime graph of the Fenix E35R, we can clearly see that the performance is on top. We've got over 3000 lumens at start, and then after 25 seconds, flashlight started to step down from over 2702 lumens over the course of 35 seconds to around 1102 lumen level. As you can see, we don't have any straight line as stated in the manual, however the fluctuations are really minor and are the example of active thermal regulation. Flashlight was able to sustain around 915 lumens over the course of 1 hour and 52 minutes before stepping down to lower modes to conserve the runtime and not leave you in the dark. Flashlight body did stabilize at 52 degrees, so quite hot but not too hot to handle. And here is the runtime graph of the high mode, so second highest 1001 lumen and start. As you can see, the performance is quite good until the 40-ish minute when we've got like this huge spike down in the runtime graph. I'm not sure what happened here, but it's clearly the example of active thermal regulation of Fenix E35R. It seems that this output is still quite challenging to handle when it comes to temperature with such a small flashlight, and as you can see we've got some couple of spikes that definitely couldn't be detected by a human eye, but you can see it on the runtime graph. So we've got around 905 lumen level sustained for 1 hour and 52 minutes before stepping down to lower modes, just again to conserve the power and not to leave you in the dark for good. Flashlight body is stabilized at 37 degrees Celsius, so it's still questioning what happened here. Alright, so when it comes to comparison in darkness, let's face it, we've got 21700 cell, around 3000 lumens, so the choice is quite limited. It really reminds me of the Olight Warrior 3S that was originally at SST70, but I swapped it for XHP 50.3 high intensity, so let's see how they all compare. I would also see the Convoy S21D, again, quad emitter, 21700 cells, but around 2000 lumens, Nichia 519A 4500K 96 CRI or even more. Last but not least, let's take the Emissar DT8K with 8 Nichia 598 emitters and 21700 cells. All in all, Fenix E35R is a really nice EDC flashlight. It provides a good amount of output, great light distribution, and also simple to use user interface. It is well built, I would say even excellent. It has magnet, it has clip, it has good TR optics and efficient LED. But let's face it, for enthusiast perspective, this light is simply boring, and that's what I mean that I don't review Fenix much, because for my audience, for me personally, these are not fun flashlights. Fenix, in my opinion, design workhorses that will provide constant illumination with good drivers, excellent build and finish, but they are tools, not fun to play with, but they have to play an important role in your job. Search and rescue, law enforcement, etc, etc. They make excellent flashlights for that kind of application. For us enthusiasts, we seek something exciting, something different, and I don't believe this flashlight can deliver that. It's just simply too kind, too gentle. However, for a reliable tool and EDC light, I think this flashlight does the job in an excellent way. So if you're looking for something like that, then definitely check out the Fenix E35R, and in other case, just stick with your Emisar D4 or D4K. Alright, so guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more videos to come, and to support the algorithm. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I try to answer them all. Thanks so much for watching and for your support, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.